Hey, what's up, everybody? You're watching We Talking Hockey. We got Kyle Bowen here.
Yo, why are you talking about me, man?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, never mind this guy.
What are you doing here, man?
Never mind this guy. We got a special guest here today. We got the one and only Tanbir from Surrey, Matt and Blake's favorite guy.
Yeah,
you know, he's that voice
sure.
you hear on the radio, that silky smooth voice from Surrey, BC.
Surrey's greatest ambassador. A lot of talented people in Surrey, but Tanbir's like right up there.
All right, man. So I just want to say, you know what? You've been one of the most consistent voices on sports radio in the Lower Mainland since the 2011 playoffs, man. Like, you know, first of you, kudos for that consistency, man. Like, you've been good. You've been harassing Matt and Blake, man. And I know they love you by now. You know, they don't give you enough time, but you know, they give you that good 20-second clip.
Yeah.
But just tell me a bit about it, man. Like how did you get to be one of those voices on radio calling in?
You know, just being a fan of the Canucks and just listening to radio, like. You know, when I was driving, like, I do a lot of driving. It requires a lot for my work, right? So I'm listening to radio all the time, and just I remember the first time I ever listened to the radio was TSN 1040 or Team 1040, right? And it was the Kern blog. And it was 2011 playoffs. Yeah. And they were talking about the Canucks won, and they were 2 games away from winning. It was game 2, I think. Yeah. And they were 2 games away from winning from the cup and everything. And they were they were laughing and joking and stuff, and I wanted to call in, but they don't take calls, right? And then ever since that day, I got really addicted to listening to the radio because they were talking about the Canucks a lot, right? Yeah. So then I would just call in, and then I listened to the Matt and Blake show a lot because I had my spare at that time during high school. Yeah. So now I just go grab.
No way! During high school, you were listening to sports radio.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's something else, bro. That's props, Toby. That's props.
And I would just go in there and just listen to the radio and just call in while driving home, whatever, right? And I just kept doing it just because it felt like I was getting off the stress of the Canucks off me, you know? Yeah, it was pretty cool. So and it got pretty cool on Twitter too. People were like, "Oh, I heard you," and stuff. And I was just like, "Oh shit!"
Because it's not like another person was calling. Like you have a distinct voice, like Tanbir. Not just because like the way you sound, but because like the energy that you put on. Yeah, exactly. Like, in your calls. So it's like Tanbir from Surrey's calls.
It's more of an energy thing, man. It's like, oh, Tanbir's got something to say. Like everybody.
Let's put the volume up. It's like, yo, when you first started doing it, like right from the jump, it was like, oh fuck, because we were doing it consistently, like. Consistency is everything.
Yeah, true enough, man.
And you just like built this rep, and I was like, "Fuck!" Every time Tanbir was calling, it was sick. Then honestly, you made your Twitter handle Tanbir Surrey. Then you started blowing up on Twitter. I was like, "Damn, bro!"
Honestly, now like when I call in, I'm usually at work now because you know, like if I'm gonna call in now, it's gonna be at work. So like, not when it gets busy now, like I'm gonna start going to work again. Yeah. And when it gets busy, I'm gonna start like calling a lot more. Yeah. So, listen,
Matt and Blake, there you go. There's your heads up, guys. There's your heads
this
up.
Guy has more Twitter followers than the radio host.
Yeah, he does.
Yo.
No, not all of them.
Some of you probably do.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Definitely compared to some. You got more than Pratt.
Well, like a lot of them were bots, and I don't know how they started following. Like a bunch of bots that started following me, and I had to like put my account private because like my phone notification just keep going up.
Yo, you're viral, bro.
And there's people out there that think I actually bought. Like, come on, why would I buy followers? That's the stupidest thing I'll ever do in my life. Like, I would never buy followers. What are those followers gonna do for me? Like. They're not like looking at my tweets or anything.
Well, you're just a fan trying to like voice your opinion.
Exactly, and then all of a sudden these bots start following me, and like I'm guessing somebody bought me followers, and I really think it was a troll by someone. Really? I actually think there's a troll out there
how that works.
Matt, I want to unwrap the mystery of who the fuck bought Tanbir some bots on Twitter.
Honestly though, like the bots could the way bots work, like I don't think we even know how they work. You know, like fuck it. Like, we don't even know how it works.
Maybe it's Matt and Blake, man.
When I first started my Twitter account, I was like, maybe I had less followers, so I actually retweeted something that said. Retweet this and you'll have a bunch of followers one day. And then like all of a sudden 3-4 years later, boom, I got
3-4 years later.
It was actually right after the summer summit.
We gotta find that tweet.
Right after the summer summit where when I was like talking about I want to win a cup, right, and everything.
But yo, let's talk about the summer summit because I remember it was like a thing that all the Canuck fans wanted Tanbir to go to that day. It was like send Tanbir to the summit. So you become an advocate. Like how do you I don't know. Do you like that?
I honestly I only wanted to go there to voice my opinion, and like that's a pretty cool thing to do. Just voice your opinion. Yeah. Your manager knows, your president knows, so now everybody knows that what you want, right, and what's bothering you as a fan. Because at the end of the day, like we said, we just want to win, right? And I went there and like I thought it would be pretty funny too, just because you know like. I went out there like I didn't like that wasn't planned at all. That came straight from my head. Like I was like I want to win a cup, and everything, and you guys spending too much money on fourth lines and stuff. And I was like, and it just got, and then I guess Lynn wanted to talk, and then it was pretty fun.
Holy shit! I totally forgot about that. There's that photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, Trevor, we did it, man. 4th episode, we got Tanbir. The dude's
this guy's a legend.
Trevor.
Man.
Yo, he got the legend.
Yeah,
on
this guy's a fucking legend. Well, that's the thing. How does it feel though to like to voice your opinion in management and to feel like you've been heard? I guess like Lyndon came up to you after.
Yeah,
right?
like I didn't obviously like I did not expect that at all. First off, like I didn't expect Lyndon to come up to me like, yo, let's talk, right? Like and like honestly, like come on.
Yeah, I could not imagine that. He was probably so confused. Like, Lyndon's probably so scared. Like, yo, people are this fucking... Yo.
Well,
yo.
The first thing Lyndon said was he like, let's go for a bike ride.
I don't know, man. I can't ride a bike, man. I've ridden the bike in so long.
So Lyndon just walks up to you.
He's like, we gotta talk, man. It's like...
Yo.
Who gets a chance to talk to the president
of
your
Surrey.
favorite team and voice your opinion? Like, what the problem is, like...
I had a chance once, but I was in line for like a signature at fucking like Scotiabank or some
and
shit.
people like trying to get signatures from Lyndon. I'm just like, I want to talk to this motherfucker.
This guy did it, yo. That's incredible, man. Like, I completely forgot about that. But that's why I was kind of hyping Tanbir up. Like I knew that we had like an advocate for the fan base, and that's what social media has kind of done.
Yeah.
I mean, it became a platform for sports teams, and characters come out of that sports scene. And
yeah, true enough.
Yeah, it's cool. Like you actually, I think what I learned from you today. I don't know if I can speak for you, but like, and I say this all the time. Like people judge like the Tanbirs, the Tajes, or whatever. At the end of the day, like you said so many times, we just want a fucking Stanley Cup. We want the success. You'd be down to be wrong. You'd be down to be wrong.
It's all about winning and then fucking getting lit
lit.
Exactly. That's everything.
Exactly.
That's what it's about, right?
I know, exactly.
Let's win, right? If we win, then it'll be a memory that we will never forget.
Oh yeah.
Like when we're older, this will be the thing that we're like, yo, my team won a cup, and and I partied with a bunch of like randoms and fucking. Yeah.
That's crazy because like 2011 is something that we're never gonna forget, right? But it still wasn't. It still wasn't as sweet. You know what? Canuck fans have been thirsty for 50 years.
Something to get your mind off. Like stuff outside the in real life, you know, like you got work and
this is real life.
Yeah, well, it is real life. I mean, but like you know, like work and like
Sutter for captain is real life.
Can we talk about this? Like, I want your perspective on this. Like, Tanbir, like you can speak for yourself because you actually cried during the Henderson thing, right? I was with a friend last night, and she was just not getting the whole like teared up and shit. You know, like, she just didn't get it at all. Explain that. Is it okay? Like, why do we do it? The sports thing, this whole sports thing.
This is it. Like when you get so attached to a team, like you really take on that team's personality as your own. Like you live and die with what that team's reputation is, right? And like you know, the Sedins have made Canuck fans more proud than any other players in franchise history, man. Yeah. And when these guys are guys you watch on TV, you cheer for, you scream for, you know, for almost 2 decades, of course there's emotion, man. Exactly. Like that's like 18 years flowing by, man. Yeah. That's most of our lives.
I haven't cried in a long time. But that moment when Henrik and Danny were just doing this, like I knew that was, I knew when it was the wave.
They represent us, guys. Vancouver, when they go in Chicago, they go in Boston, they represent Vancouver. They're representing where we are from and what we like, you know, like where we are from.
Yeah.
And, you know,
what we're about.
This is our team. Like this is our hockey team.
I never thought about it like that.
And that's how like when you're going to Chicago, you could be going to Sweden and playing, or going. They went to where did they go to China this year?
Yeah.
They represent Vancouver as a city.
That's true.
As like where we grew up.
And those were our guys.
And that's why I love hockey. That's why I love sports.
Right? That's why he loves the Canucks, yo.
I love the Canucks.
We're all Canucks, man. We're all Canucks. There you go.
No, thanks, Tanbir, for coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's been fucking awesome.
You are our first guest. We're just, learning how to do this.
You guys are great, man. You guys are funny as fuck. I watch you guys' stuff all the time, and I try retweeting it. And some people need to realize you guys are good, man.
Coming time.
We just like having fun, man. Like I said, again, sports is just it's just for fun, right?
Just for fun. And I
just love watching hockey.
Canucks Twitter is something else. Canucks Twitter is something else. It's a community, so.
No, fuck Elliot Freeman. Let's bring Angry Canucks Twitter back, man, honestly.
What? Oh,
he's like, I'm going to stop making those jokes because people are getting too... Elliot Freeman. He's like, people are getting too sensitive about these jokes. I'm going to stop making these jokes.
It's so funny because when I see things where like Elliot Freeman's going on national television, he's talking about the Canuck fan base is the craziest on social media, blah, blah. I immediately look at a guy like Tanbir. But not because you're like that, but I'm like, you're a figure. Like, you don't think Elliot Freeman's seeing your tweets? Like, you think all these guys are looking at Tanbir's tweets.
Provies are the reason.
Provies.
Provies do a really good job of showing Canucks Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, that, like Botchford, shout out to you.
What would you do? Who would do the Provies? Who would do the Provies? Who would do the Provies? Who would do the Provies?